archaeologists uncovered a sealed chamber beneath ancient Rome, a room untouched since the day it was closed. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video. Your support helps us bring more hidden history to light. And if you enjoy discovering ancient mysteries, subscribe so you never miss a new Past Chronicles episode. I am Past Chronicles. Today, we explore Rome's hidden time capsule, room frozen in history. Imagine the bustling streets of Rome, a city built on layers of its own past. During a routine restoration project beneath a historic district, workers stumbled upon something extraordinary. It was a small stone doorway, completely blocked by centuries of compacted earth. Behind it waited a perfectly preserved chamber, sealed since antiquity. What was so remarkable? There were no tunnels leading in or out, suggesting it had remained untouched through Rome's rise, its dramatic fall, and its eventual rebirth. It was a secret kept for millennia, waiting just below the surface. When researchers finally entered the chamber, they were met with a scene that defied easy explanation. The air was still, and dust motes danced in their lights, illuminating a room filled with objects placed with intentional care. Shelves lined the walls, holding a strange assortment of everyday items, from simple tools to decorative pieces. Yet, the layout didn't match any typical Roman storage space, like a cellar or warehouse. It was too organized, too deliberate. This raised immediate questions. Was this a personal collection, a forgotten archive, or something more symbolic, a gathering of memories? The mystery deepened when they began examining the items. Surprisingly, the objects originated from multiple periods of Roman history. Some artifacts dated back to the early days of the Republic, while others were clearly from the later imperial era, centuries apart. This incredible variety implied the room was assembled with a specific purpose, carefully curating different chapters of Roman life into a single space. It wasn't an accidental collection. It was a narrative told through objects. At the very heart of the room, drawing all attention, stood a large, sealed clay jar. It was beautifully crafted, decorated with elegant patterns that suggested its importance. With painstaking care, archaeologists opened it. Inside, they found not gold or jewels, but dozens of small objects, each one carefully wrapped in fabric. As they unwrapped them, they realized each item represented a different profession. A tiny blacksmith's hammer, a scribe's stylus, a weaver's shuttle. The set resembled a curated selection meant to reflect the rich diversity of Roman society. It was a microcosm of the city itself. As they catalogued the rest of the room's contents, a clear theme emerged. Instead of storing treasures or valuables, the chamber focused on the ordinary. There were cooking utensils, worn from use, writing instruments, perhaps used to pen letters or record sales. Children's toys, small and simple, yet filled with the echoes of laughter. There were even fragments of clothing, offering a tangible connection to the people who wore them. Together, these pieces painted a vivid picture of daily Roman experiences, suggesting the creators of this space valued that memory of everyday people just as much as famous emperors or generals. So, why was this room so carefully sealed and hidden away? Historical analysis of the surrounding area suggests the chamber was intentionally closed during a period of major urban change. As Rome expanded and modernized, even in ancient times, entire neighborhoods were demolished and rebuilt. Communities were displaced, and old ways of life vanished. The chamber may have been a final act of preservation, a way to honor life in an older part of the city before it was transformed forever, a farewell to a world that was about to disappear. Among the artifacts, several small clay tablets were discovered. Each one was inscribed with short phrases, but the texts were poetic and evocative rather than informational. They mentioned the changing of seasons, the tools of different occupations, and brief personal reflections like a long day's work or the first spring rain. Crucially, none of the tablets included any names. This anonymity reinforced the idea that this was about a collective memory, a tribute to the community as a whole, rather than a monument to specific, powerful individuals. It was the story of us, not me. The sheer variety of objects, from different time periods and professions, strongly suggests this was a community project. It's easy to imagine families from the neighborhood contributing meaningful items during a transitional moment. A baker might have offered a favorite tool, a mother a child's worn-out toy. Each piece reflects the identity and memories of someone who lived, worked, or dreamed in that very spot. It was a collaborative effort to ensure their world wasn't forgotten. The architecture of the chamber itself tells a story of preservation. It wasn't just a sealed room. It was a purpose-built vault. The walls were reinforced with extra layers of stone, clearly designed to withstand the immense pressure from the new buildings that would eventually be constructed above. This deliberate, sturdy construction indicates the builders intended the room to last for a very, very long time, not for their own benefit, but for some unknown future generation who might one day uncover it. They were building for posterity. Adding to the symbolic nature of the space, faint symbols were found carved into the walls. These carvings depict the 4 seasons: a blooming flower for spring, a sun for summer, a falling leaf for autumn, and a bare tree for winter. This might represent the simple passage of time, or it could be a more profound statement that the memories held within the chamber belonged to people who lived through many cycles of life, change, and renewal. It connects their individual lives to the timeless rhythm of the natural world. Even the layout of the room seems to carry a hidden message. The arrangement of the shelves and objects forms a subtle spiral pattern, guiding a visitor's eye from the entrance toward the central jar at the room's heart. Some scholars interpret this as a visual metaphor, a journey moving from the scattered, everyday world on the outer edges toward the essence of community, the unity found in shared experiences, represented by the collective artifacts in the jar. It's a beautifully choreographed discovery. Unlike the grand tombs of pharaohs or the triumphal arches of emperors, this time capsule highlights ordinary life. It challenges the common idea that history is only preserved through great events, wars, and powerful leaders. Instead, it powerfully shows how meaningful the small details of daily existence were to the people of ancient Rome. It proves that history isn't just written by the victors. It's lived by everyone, every single day. Today, this incredible discovery provides historians with rare and invaluable insight. The room is not about wealth, power, or status. It's about continuity, identity, and memory. It reveals how ancient Romans viewed themselves as part of a larger, ongoing story, and how they wanted future generations to understand their world not through its power, but through its heart. It's a message of shared humanity, sent across 2,000 years. What do you think inspired the creation of this hidden time capsule? Was it a celebration of their community, a solemn farewell to a changing neighborhood, or simply a profound tribute to the beauty of ordinary life? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me again as Past Chronicles uncovers the stories time tried to keep buried.